You ever got someone banned for life from a theme park before? So if you follow me on TikTok, you may have seen a video I posted, Scareactor Story Injury Edition, where I said only some of the more memorable times I got hurt while scaring. Or rather, when others hurt me. But there is one in particular that I said in that I would like to go into more detail about, and that is the time someone got banned for life for what they did to me. And if you happen to know which theme park I'm talking about when I tell this story, just know I love working for them. I'm not a representative from them. This does not reflect them. If anything, it's a more positive outlook on their security that they hire. Except for the one security guard who did nothing. But hopefully he won't be back this year. But yeah, I love working for them, and I appreciate everything that security does to keep us scare actors and the guests safe. So just want to get that out of the way. No bad blood. This is just a fun story. Please enjoy this story. It's fun in hindsight. Cool. Anyway, so last year I was a wolf. And when I was moving around, yeah, it was easy to move to a degree, but my big mask prevented me from being able to turn my head side to side or to see. I had no upper, lower, or peripheral vision because my eyes were in the mouth, so all I saw were the teeth. And because my eyes were up here for the wolf, I had to look down all the time, so all I saw were a bunch of shoes. On one of my sets, I was just walking, minding my own business, when I started to feel something on me. It wasn't pleasant. So I stood perfectly still, just to figure out what's happening right now. And because this was happening kind of behind me, I couldn't see who was doing it, what exactly was happening. All I knew was I couldn't do anything about it because I'm not allowed to say anything, I'm not allowed to touch anybody, and I'm definitely not allowed to break character, and I wasn't about to lose my job out of sheer confusion and kind of fear. After that was all done, I broke away, stepped forward, turned around so I could face the guy and actually catch a glimpse of what he looked like and kind of get an idea of what just happened, because that was not pleasant at all. The guy was about 6'2", 6'3", had a gray shirt on. He and his friend were both laughing hysterically about what the guy just did to me, and that's when it really clicked. Like, I had a feeling of what was happening, but that's when it really clicked for me. If you haven't guessed by now, the guy was rubbing himself on me. Not okay. Everything was still underneath clothes, so at least there's that. But yeah, not cool. After that happened, they started walking away, and I started following them at a safe distance so that I can get as best a description of this guy as I possibly could. I was looking at everything. I was like, what color is his hair? How long is it? How tall is he? What color shirt? What kind of shirt? What pants? What shoes? I even started looking at his friend that he was with, seeing any kind of identifiers so that security could find him on the cameras as easy as possible and to kick this guy out, because that was not okay. So I was following them, trying to get as best a description as possible, and I was so close to getting it because, like I said, it's really hard to see in my mask, and I was trying to remember every single detail I could about this guy and his friend. Well, the friend turned around and saw me following them, alerted the other guy, started laughing at him, and the other guy came up to me and did it again. So when he had his fun and he went away after the second time doing this horrible, horrible thing to me, find security and say, hey, that guy right over there. And then the security guy cut me off. He was like, the one in the gray shirt, yeah? What? So I said to him, if you saw what happened and you know who he is and he is right over there, A, why didn't you stop him? And B, why don't you kick him out right now? And the guy says, oh, I'll call it in. I think now is a good time to explain the security hierarchy at this place. So at the bottom you have security, which is, I don't want this to sound bad, but this is true, they're hired help. They're hired help. People go through training. The best thing they could do is citizen's arrest. Those are the people in all the zones and the mazes that do the bulk of the work to tell people, hey, don't touch the actors, hey, you know, flashlight off, etc., etc. Above security is the park's private security, sheriff and the sheriff's people. And then above them are the blue blazers. We're not worried about them right now. I sprinted backstage. I just took my mask off. My supervisor saw me do this and I said, I need an incident report. I went and I complained about the guy that did nothing and the guy that did everything. So the head of security was called and she comes down and I tell her exactly what happened and I describe the guy and she says, okay, don't go on your next set. Just sit down, try and relax. Do you need water, Gatorade? They were so nice. They really went above and beyond, I feel. But I felt safe with them, so I felt a lot better. After some time had passed and I calmed down and I was able to breathe again, I was then led to an office for security and reiterated the whole report again. What time it happened, exactly what the guy looked like, what I felt, and what everything. I told them everything. Another maybe 10 minutes later, one of the officers came in and said, hey, the way you described the guy, perfect. We caught him on camera and we saw exactly what he was doing to you. They said I couldn't press charges because it wasn't assault. He didn't lay a hand on me, so I couldn't do anything about it. So they said the best they could do is find the guy, kick him out, and ban him for life from the park. And I said, deal, but you gotta catch him. And they said, we're on it. We know what he looks like. We'll do our best. I said, okay. So I went home and I slept and I went back the next day. As I was getting my costumes with all the other scare actors, not just the people in my zone, but all the scare actors were here. I know a lot of people that I work with in other zones too. And they started coming up to me. Even people I didn't know were coming up to me saying, are you the girl that thing happened to? And I said, yeah. Whoo, things spread like wildfire backstage, don't they? And people started coming up to me saying, oh, was it the guy that looked like this vaguely and with the gray shirt with the stripes at the end? And I said, yeah. How did you know? Did you see him? And they went, yeah. He came through our maze too and started touching all the masks we were wearing and shaking our heads. Like, the thing that happened to me is one thing. That's I'm gonna call assault, even though the sheriff had a different definition for it. That was assault, but that is full on, straight up assault. And that is very dangerous because if you're wearing a mask and that's fitted to your face in a certain way, if you start shaking that mask, that could cause serious damage to your face, to your head, to your neck. That is serious stuff. And where was security? Nothing really against security as a whole, just like, where were these specific people? Why were they letting this happen? So I go to my zone and I start getting into costume more and getting in that character and stuff when the head of security approaches me. The same woman that I talked to the night prior, and she said, welcome back, how do you feel? And I said, oh, well, you know, I'm feeling better, but did you catch the guy? I haven't heard anything about this. And she goes, no, we weren't able to catch him, but don't worry, we have a picture of him and he is banned for life. And I was like, okay, but why couldn't you catch him? And I get it, it was a crowded day. Maybe he blended in with the rest of the crowd and it could be hard to see through the security cameras and stuff, but he was touching other people's masks. Why couldn't you catch him? And she was like, I don't know, we just couldn't. But he is banned for life, he's never coming back, so don't you worry. With all that said and done, I do feel a little better knowing that he is banned for life. I don't know whether to believe that, really, but it makes me feel better that they said it. And, you know, the head of security, she was so nice, and everyone was really caring about me, about what I was going through, trying to be as sympathetic as they can while working within the rules and the law and everything. So I have nothing against security, just that one guy that I hope doesn't come back. So yeah, if you ever have something like that happen to you as you're scaring, definitely talk to your supervisor, talk to security. That is not okay. Whether you're scaring or not, that's not okay to have someone do to you. Also, if you're the kind of person that thought what the guy did was funny, you're a part of the problem. Don't be. That's serious stuff. Go to haunts, have fun, but follow the rules. Don't touch the scare actors. Don't make lewd gestures. And definitely don't harass and assault people. That's just a good general tip for life, I think. Don't harass or assault people. Be a decent human being. Anyway, if you liked this story and you want to hear other scare actor stories that I got in my back pocket, feel free to follow. I'll also be interviewing other scare actors. If this interests you, please follow and like this video so I know exactly what kind of content y'all are looking for. Thanks for watching. See you next time.